Today we will learn about Siemens-Hartmann boiler, and this is a high pressure boiler, and the operation of this boiler is similar to an electric transformer. Two pressures are used to effect an interchange of energy. So firstly we know about the main components of Siemens-Hartmann boiler, and this is the combustion chamber, this is the hot well, feed pump, feed preheater, water drum, this is primary evaporator, this is non-return valve, primary separator, evaporator drum, primary circuit, pressure gauge, secondary circuit, superheater, superheated steam to prime mover at outlet from the superheater. This is air preheater, this is blower, and cold air enter from this section, and here air preheater that is connected to the combustion chamber at its outlet, chimney, and these are the exhaust gases. So now first we know what are the function of these components. So as we know, the air preheater is used to preheat the air with the help of flue gases. As we know, the flue gases or exhaust gases, they move from bottom to top, and before entering into the combustion chamber, and basically it increases the efficiency of the boiler. As we can say, cold air enter from here, and when passes through the air preheater, it gets the heat from the exhaust gases and it becomes hot air, and its outlet it enter at the bottom of the combustion chamber. And this is superheater. Superheater basically it is used to increase the temperature of saturated steam. The saturated steam generally not good because it possesses the corrosion. So superheater is used to increase the temperature of saturated steam that is coming out from the evaporator drum. And this is the evaporator. In evaporator, here from the getting the heat from the burning fuel and from the flue gases, here water is converted into the steam. Majority of the water is converted into steam, but here are some portion of the water that remains here, and this is the primary separator. Here the steam and water is there. So now we discuss the working of Siemens-Hartmann boiler, and with the help of arrows we can see the path of the water. So here we have two pressure generally used. One is in primary circuit and second in secondary circuit. So in secondary circuit, as we can say, feed pump is used. So this is here the forced circulation, but in case of primary circuit, here is the natural circulation. So in primary circuit, the steam at 100 bar is produced from distilled water, and generated steam is passed through a submerged heating coil. So here this is the steam is generated at about 100 bar, and this generated steam that is passes through a submerged coil. This is the submerged coil, which is located in an evaporator drum, and high pressure stream in this coil possesses sufficient thermal potential and steam at 60 bar with a heat transfer rate of 10,000 kilojoule per meter square hour degree Celsius is generated in the evaporated drum. And we can see the steam produced in this evaporated drum from the impure water is further passed to the superheater and then supplied to the prime mover, and the high pressure condensate formed in the submerged heating coil is circulated through a low pressure feed heater on its way to raise the feed water temperature to its saturation temperature. So therefore only latent heat is supplied in the evaporator. So as we can see, when cold air start and blower start to work, and there is a continuous supply of the air to the air preheater, and here preheater it preheats the air before entering it to the combustion chamber, and at the outlet of the air preheater, here is the hot air that enter in the combustion chamber. And when feed pump starts to rotate, then it takes the water from the hot well and it moves towards the feed preheater through the coil, and through the secondary circuit it enters to the evaporator drum, and it also in the water drum entry is there, and this water from the water drum that goes through the primary evaporator, and from primary evaporator to the primary separator, and from primary separator is the steam that at low pressure that is supplied to the evaporator drum in which coils are submerged, and from evaporator drum again it is enter to the feed preheater, and from evaporator drum this is the saturated steam that is supplied to the superheater, and from superheater this is superheated steam is supplied to the prime mover, and this prime mover maybe it is a turbine, and in turbine basically this heat energy is converted into the mechanical energy, and in the form of when turbine shaft is connected to the generator, generally that is coupled with the shaft of generator, and from generator finally output that is electricity is produced, and at finally this is the chimney. So through chimney exhaust gases this goes out to the atmosphere, as we can see. So this is the complete working of Siemens-Hartmann boiler, and this is high pressure boiler, and in normal circumstances the replenishment of the distilled water in the primary circuit is not required, as every care is taken in design and construction to prevent the leakage. But as a safeguard against leakage, a pressure gauge and safety valve are fitted in the circuit. And here are some advantages of Siemens-Hartmann boiler. Here is a rare chances of overheating or burning the highly heated components of the primary circuit, as there is no chance of interruption to the circulation either by rust or any other material. The highly heated parts run very safely. The absence of water riser in the drum and moderate temperature difference across the heating coils allows evaporation to proceed without flaming. And the salt deposited in the evaporator drum due to circulation of impure water can be easily brushed off just by removing the submerged coil from the drum or by blowing off the water. And the last advantage of this boiler is the wide fluctuation of load are easily taken by this boiler without undue priming or abnormal increase in the primary pressure due to high thermal and water capacity of the boiler. So today we learn about Siemens-Hartmann boiler and its working and its main components and the function of these components. So subscribe for more video and mechanical topics, N Universe 22. You may like, share and comment, and you can also give your suggestions if required. Thank you. Have a nice day.